Hi everyone, my name is Jason and I work at Google sending performance suggestion emails to publishers such as yourself. I'm very excited today to talk about Google Plus and how you can use it to grow your business and engage with your readers. I'm also excited to introduce you to the final week of our AdSense 10 challenge, and so with that we'll dive right into the content. Alright, so as we work through today's topic, don't forget that the rest of the week is filled with activities designed to reinforce what you learned here today. If you have any questions along the way, we encourage you to ask one another in our Learn with Google for Publishers community and bring your questions to office hours on Friday. Before we dive into the content, it's useful to know why we're focusing on social media, and that's because it can have a big impact for you as a publisher. As you can see, it's becoming an integral part of how businesses grow. 94% of marketers use social media, and 85% of respondents say it's given their business more exposure. Most importantly, 74% saw an increase in traffic after investing as little as 6 hours into social media. Increasing traffic is obviously very important to online publishers, and social media can really help with that. To introduce today's session, we'll cover 3 topics. We'll talk first about what Google Plus is, how it can increase site traffic, and then also user engagement, and how you can use it to measure your social success. And with that, let's dive into the first topic. What is Google Plus? Simply, Google Plus is a better way of using Google. With a single identity across Google, it's possible to manage relationships and share or recommend things with people you care about. We've spent a lot of time with publishers like yourself, and we've heard a couple of consistent things. Publishers have seen, number 1, better discoverability of brand content. With private results in search, including items from your Drive, Calendar, Gmail, and social circles, you can find more of what you're looking for and ensuring it's relevant to you. The second thing publishers have seen is better engagement through features like Hangouts and Google Plus communities. For users of Google Plus, they'll start to see how it's the spine that underpins everything that is Google, across search, video, mobile, display, offers, and even local. As they see a +1 recommendation for people's favorite brands and products in search, video content shared from your friends and family on YouTube, and ratings of restaurants from your social circles enjoyed on mobile and local. Since we launched in June of 2011, Google Plus momentum has been really incredible. As of December 2012, over 500 million users have joined Google Plus. So because of that, many of your readers are already on the platform. So let's turn our attention to how you can meet them on Google Plus and use it as a tool to boost your traffic and audience engagement. So, the 2 main ways that Google Plus can help you as a business are through growing your audience and then increasing engagement with your visitors. First, we'll take a look at how Google Plus can grow your incoming traffic. The first way to grow your incoming traffic is to stand out in search results. The way that you can do that with Google Plus is having their audience and Google Plus page available for users to discover you on Google Search and Google News. If you've got a Google Plus page and people search for your brand, you can see that. The second way to increase traffic is by using social recommendations. These will drive better and more qualified traffic to your desktop site, mobile site, or mobile app. For those of you without an AdWords campaign, there are ways to increase your visibility in Google Search through the knowledge panel on the right-hand side. In this example here, you can see, the previous example rather, you can see an advertisement for Red Bull with social engagement right on there. And so if you don't have an AdWords account where you advertise for your brand, you can still benefit from social engagement. And so on the next slide, we'll see an example for National Geographic and how their panel in the knowledge graph on the right-hand side shows social engagements. So this is an example of someone searching for National Geographic on Google Search, and on the right-hand side we can see that they are on Google Plus and the number of followers, including recent posts that that National Geographic has made. To increase your click-through rate on ads with social recommendations, you'll want to share your content with followers and be recommended by your fans. Finally, authorship can increase your search and news visibility. This will add credibility to your site and also make your results look far more eye-catching in our search results. It shows that you were the original author of content, also building your personal brand for all of your writers. So, how do you verify your authorship? The first thing that you should do to verify authorship is to get all of your authors on Google+ and have them create Google+ profiles. Make sure you have a profile photo with a very recognizable headshot. Have a byline that contains your name on each page of your content. And make sure your byline matches the name on your Google+ profile. The second step is to then get a verified email address. So we need to verify that you have an email address on the same domain as your content. So if your website is example.com, you need to make sure you have an email address of myname@example.com to verify. You can sign up for authorship at plus.google.com/authorship. So here's a really quick recap on the things you can do to increase your audience size. Number one, use the Google+ button to increase discoverability on desktop and mobile searches. Also, this will help for the Google Play Store if you have apps, and on your display ads if you're using an advertising campaign through AdWords. The second thing you can do is create a verified Plus page. You can gain followers and increase discoverability on Google Search, and then also on Google+. Final step is to verify authorship. So as an author, you stand out in search results, and it links to your brand as a website. So, with that, let's turn our attention to how we can use Google+ to engage our audience now that they're on our site. Google+ can help extend the amount of time your audience spends on your site, as well as increasing the level of interaction you have with them. Here's an example from Mashable.com. The company added a Google+ button to their pages and increased their Google+ followers by 38%. Now, each of these users that have started to follow Mashable.com on Google+ will see fresh content from and the ability to interact with Mashable.com every time they log into their Google+ account. The New York Times did something very innovative and hosted a Google+ Hangout on Air a few hours after the Supreme Court's monumental decision to uphold President Obama's Affordable Health Care Act. Using Hangouts, the Times became the first major media outlet to discuss breaking news via live web video. So they were able to have a conversation with their users in the process of sharing news in real time. To expand your reach further, you can try having Hangouts on Air with larger audiences. You can share your Hangout on Air with the entire YouTube community, which has over 800 million monthly active users that are potential audience for your Hangout. You can stream live to your site and share that stream on YouTube. Here's an example of a really cool experience for a brand. It's called a Hangout app. With this app, A Story Before Bed, it helps make family hangouts more fun. So you can pick a storybook from the shelf and read it to your children. When the app is used, or other apps within the Hangout apps ecosystem, we find that the engagement time with the Hangouts is 2.5 times longer than usual. So if you can think of a way to engage people through an app, you can increase the amount of time they spend thinking and talking about your brand by 250%, which is really incredible. With Google+, brands and people come together and are able to have rich conversations around shared interests. One of the ways to do that is through a Google+ community. As you know, we've got a Learn with Google for Publishers community where you can engage with other people who are interested in building their online presence and creating websites with quality content. Like that, you can create your own community for the content that you care about. If you're a gardening publisher, you can create a gardeners in the Pacific Northwest, for instance, and have all of them get together and share best practices on when to plant certain seeds, when to water, and how to water different plants from the region. We find that this really increases engagement and gets the conversation going. From there, you can find out what things your readers care about and are posting about and generate more content along those lines. For publishers that have an app or Google+, or use sign-in pages rather across your site, we've got another great feature of the Google+ platform. It's called application sign-in. So whether you have a website, mobile app, game, or other online service, users can now sign in with Google and bring along all of their Google+ information. There are a few benefits of this, and they include providing a fast and trusted sign-in. So simplicity and security come first with Google, and so it's very simple and very secure to use. Users also trust Google, so we prioritize security with our two-factor authentication. So just like when you sign into Gmail, Calendar, or Search, you can require your users to provide a password as well as a 2-bit authentication token. This is increasingly important with higher publicity data breaches and hacking. We've seen a lot of that in the news lately, and so we want to make sure our users as well as your users' data is secure. Users can use their existing Google credentials or Google Plus credentials, and they don't have to remember additional usernames or passwords. They can selectively share certain app activity with their circles or even just keep it all to themselves. If you have an Android app, it's really cool that you can now drive Android installs. So your mobile app can now be sent to over 500 million activated Android devices, and we know that that number is growing by the day. Web users can automatically download their app to their Android phone. So if you have an Android app, you can have a link on your site. If a user clicks on that link, it'll send that app directly to their Android phone. It's really easy for users to find the right app because they know that they're going to engage with your brand and not somebody else who has a similar name on the Play Store, and enjoy their favorite services on the go. So you can customize your app, and it makes it very easy for other users to engage with you. When your user signs in, they bring along their Google Plus profile, friends, and photos. You can grow your audience when users pull friends into your app and invite them. And after signing in, users can invite their friends to comment, watch, or subscribe, whatever your app calls for. Their friends will see a beautiful, actionable post in their Google Plus stream, and when they click, they'll join you back in the app. So, here are some simple things you can do to increase increase your engagement through Google Plus. You can post content to social hubs to attract users who just naturally will spend more time on your site. You can add a Google Plus badge to your site. So this allows users to click and follow you to engage more on your Google Plus page. Get users involved to create unique content experiences. You can do that through Google Plus's visual nature. Post rich media and video whenever possible on the platform. Use Hangouts and Hangouts on Air to engage your users. Also use Hangout apps if you can create them. Leverage the Google Plus community to discuss a specific topic that is of interest to you and or your readers. So, those are the things you can do using Google Plus to increase engagement with readers that you currently have. The next most important thing to do is obviously find out if the things that you're doing with Google Plus are having any result and if they're success. You don't want to invest a lot of time into social media if you don't know what's working. So let's have a really quick look to see how you can use Google Analytics to measure your success on social. With Google Analytics, you can track the impact of your social efforts by going to 1. Your Google Analytics page. From there, you can click on Traffic Sources in the upper left corner. And then click on Social. From there, you can see the number of social interactions, visits, and referrals. If you'd like more information on Google Analytics, check out our recordings from weeks 4 and 5. They're available in our Help Center now. Use our Analytics dashboard to track the impact of your social efforts on traffic from social network sources. All right, and as a quick reminder, here are the things that you could try today. So use these as takeaways to go ahead and start trying over the next couple days. Number 1, learn about your audience, and you need to create a Google Plus page to do that. You can create a verified Google Plus page as well. Then add +1 buttons and badges to your site to then verify authorship. To learn about your levels of audience engagement, you'll need to maintain an active Google Plus page and use Hangouts to create unique online experiences for new readers that visit your site. If you're interested in getting started, super simple. You can visit google.com/plus, the plus sign and not the word, /business to create your page today. So again, that's google.com/the plus sign /business. So here's a really quick recap of all the things we covered in today's session. Number 1, enhance your Google experience with Google+. You can grow your audience and then also deepen audience engagement. Make sure you stand out in search results, and then also increase the time that you spend, that your users spend rather on your site. For the rest of the week, we've got a couple more Hangouts for you. The first one is to meet people from the AdSense community on Wednesday, August 21st. I'll see you there along with another publisher and a program manager from Google+. On Thursday, we won't have any Hangouts on air, but we encourage you to use this downtime to test your knowledge by reviewing the worksheet and then also visiting the Google Plus community to post any questions and share any of the things that you've done. On Friday, we'll have our office hours where Chris and myself will be in a regular hangout from 11 a.m. to 11:30 Pacific time via our Learn with Google for Publishers community. That'll give you the opportunity to join and ask any questions you have about the content that we've covered this week. All right, and with that, I want to offer a big congratulations to you and everyone else that visited the or that attended the AdSense 10 challenge. This is now the end of the challenge, and we're very excited that you came along with this ride for us. So we're going to keep track of check-ins and keep the survey open until Wednesday, September 4th. So if you have been following along for the whole challenge, make sure you check in on the survey by Wednesday, September 4th, so that we can get your feedback. Once that survey is closed, we'll then be contacting challenge finishers via email so we can collect your preferred t-shirt size and send out our limited edition AdSense 10 t-shirts shortly after that. And with that, we conclude the AdSense 10 challenge here on our Google Plus page. Once again, my name is Jason, and I'm looking forward to hanging out with you very soon. Again, I'll be on the Learn with Google for Publishers community hangout tomorrow, and then on Friday for our office hours with Chris. So with that, I'll see you later.